Would you rather be a vegan and only be able to lift weights, or you can eat whatever you want, but your only training is cardio?
It's the second round of doing this with different people, and the first round was very interesting. One of our favorite episodes, one of our favorite questions, and we're asking this to military special operators, athletes, entrepreneurs, all kinds of stuff. So wait until you see some of these answers. Always our favorite question. That's why we've already done this. Is the second time we're doing this, and we'll probably do it again because we have so many people that we're running across at different events to ask these questions to again. So stay tuned at the end to find our answers, what we're going to come up with, and the final scorecard.
First up, we have Joe. He's been in the past few Would You Rather episodes. He's an Army Ranger, a world-class strongman, and also a coach for men's physical training. And when you compete at that strongman level, you lift so many weights, but you also have to eat so much meat and protein. So he's a perfect
This is going to be a
person
tough one for him.
this question.
Looking forward to see what he's going to say.
Here's our favorite question.
Favorite question.
Would you rather be a vegan?
No.
He doesn't even need to hear vegan.
No.
You don't even need the next option? You don't need the next option.
You need
All right,
okay.
all right.
A vegan,
Okay.
and you, it's freaking funny. I didn't even get to ask the question. It's
Would
like,
you
no.
rather be a vegan? No.
A vegan and do strength training, or you can eat whatever you want, but you can only do cardio. So you could never touch a weight the rest of your life
No
in
more
your
free
training,
weights.
but you can eat whatever you want. So vegan and strength.
Questions.
Yeah. We stumped the Army Ranger.
Oh. In that case, probably be a vegan.
Oh my God.
What?
I'd probably be a vegan.
I can't believe
Are
you
you
went to the
serious?
dark side.
I can grow that shit in my backyard. Again, scenario dependent. I can grow that in my backyard, protect it myself, and keep my family healthy and fed, as opposed to that's the scenario. Every question you've asked, I've had apocalypse type scenario in my head.
Apocalypse, always apocalypse.
We didn't even mention anything about the apocalypse.
Well, that's where.
Apparently he knows something we don't know.
No, I don't know.
Like
No.
for protein, you're gonna be eating tofu.
Little cubes of tofu
Like
for breakfast every
disgusting
morning.
little. That's your
Well,
protein
I mean,
source.
do I have my right? I mean, I guess I can't be a vegan. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer
No
that.
eggs.
You've
No
got to
dairy.
answer it. You've got to choose one. The rest of your life.
I don't know if I
He's
can be a
completely
vegan, man.
stumped.
I don't know if. Like, you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. There.
That's the whole point. You got to choose. What's the lesser evil?
Yeah, I don't know if I could be a vegan, man. I don't know, because
Being a vegan is hard.
I can't.
Wait a minute. Originally, first you just said you would take vegan, right? The vegan is strength. You said
Yeah,
you
well,
do-
then I changed
But
my-
originally, your first thing was vegan, no, and then you took it. Now you're back to. So what's our final answer?
So it was vegan and be strong.
No, just vegan and you're able to lift weights.
your type of training you could do is strength training, or you could just eat whatever you want, but you can only do cardio training.
I would eat whatever I want and do cardio training. Because then I could still eat the shit that I grow in my backyard and have the function, and still have the
Sleep
capability. Yeah. Yeah, so no. I guess I didn't really process the whole
Getting
question.
rid of
You got
the
me all in the head.
Either way, you're not going vegan. You're not going vegan.
No.
So the score is 1-0 for the non-vegans, right? The meat eaters.
Yeah.
I'm confused because he flip-flopped more times than a Democratic president candidate. So it just shows how hard these questions are. He went back and forth so many times, and really, I just couldn't picture. I don't
Him
care if
being
he
a vegan.
Yeah, vegan.
Because he talked about growing it in his backyard, but you can't necessarily grow tofu in your backyard. What is tofu even made of?
I don't know. Maybe it's a tofu plant. I don't know. Grow tofu. What is tofu? No clue.
don't
Put in the
know.
comments down below what the hell it actually is tofu. Can you grow it in your backyard?
Can you grow it in your backyard? Next up, we have Will Branham. He is a Navy SEAL. He's also been in the past few Would You Rather episodes. He's also a coach, owns a couple of companies around men's products, and he also does crazy races. He's been in the Grand Canyon running. He hiked Mount Kilimanjaro. So I think he'd be fine with just doing cardio, but then he also can't stand being vegan.
Oof. Let's see. Let's see what Will's gonna come up with.
All right, as a Navy SEAL, would you rather be a vegan?
Fuck no.
And we're not done. It doesn't even matter what the rest of the question is. It's no. Option B. I'll take option B. A vegan and you can do strength training, or you can eat whatever you want, but you can only do cardio the rest of
Only
your
cardio.
life. You can never touch a weight.
You guys suck.
He likes the questions. What are you going with? What would you rather?
I'm gonna eat whatever the I want.
So everyone hates vegans so
Everyone
much
hates
because you're
vegans.
so pro strength. You took strength in all the other answers, but when it came to vegan, it's like, I don't care. I don't care.
No,
Cardio is
absolutely
awesome.
not.
Cardio
Yeah.
is awesome.
So now we have 2 people in a row for the meat eaters, the non-veganism.
Not just the meat eaters. Literally you said, would you rather be vegan?
No.
He said, no, it was a no. Like, I cussed. Someone commented on one of our stories. They said, why is that man cussing in front of those children?
Really?
Yeah. It was a BTC episode where I said something. I put a clip just the other day. Why is that man cussing in front of those children? Horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, he said, no, the second person in a row, the second they heard vegan, they said, F no. All right, up next is Brandon. He's a CrossFit athlete. He's a nuclear physicist and a world-class, world-ranking CrossFit athlete. I'm pretty sure, I know he's always a complex individual. So
He likes breaking things down.
yeah, he breaks down to
Like a nuclear
scientific
physicist.
level, like beyond our comprehension. So let's see what Brandon's going to come up with.
All right. Would you rather be a vegan and you could do strength training, or would you rather you can eat whatever you want, but you can only do cardio? And don't forget, this is the rest of your life. So if you're a vegan, you can do strength. If you choose to eat whatever you want, then you can do. You can only do cardio. You can never do any strength the rest of your life.
Push-ups, pull-ups, free weights,
Understood.
machines,
This is the
nothing.
rest of your life.
I'm going vegan and strength.
Holy
Again, sacrifice
wow.
to be able to protect myself, my family, my
You're not gonna
spouse.
eat like any
Understood.
protein. Tofu. Tofu is your
Understood.
protein.
You're gonna eat cubes of tofu for breakfast.
I would do worse things to be physically fit, in a way that I desire. So I would make larger sacrifices than not being able to eat, the food that I obviously love, animal protein. I would make that sacrifice to have the results that I desire.
Majority of the people that like the men here that you've
Hate
met,
vegans.
the vegans
No
been
offense to vegans.
don't cancel us, freaking vegans. Just go hug a tree and you'll feel a lot better. But yeah, the vegan is the lowest on the totem pole. People have taken everything else over vegan. The second I say, would you rather be a vegan? And they just automatically say, answer B. Whatever answer B is, I don't care what it is, I'm taking that over vegan. So that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I care less about someone else's opinion than what I'm able to do physically.
Yeah.
And there's another one that I feel like he goes back and forth, but he kind of always has his different perspective. He's a very thoughtful perspective individual, and he went vegan and
To be able to lift the weights.
because he needed the weights, needed to feel a certain way with lifting the
Because
weights.
he
and
talked
have
about
that
being
strength,
a protector and
being
providing.
strong enough and being a protector and not a tree hugger, I guess. Or is that a tree hugger? No,
That
he'd
is
be a
a
tree
tree
hugger.
hugger.
So how's he a protector if he's a tree hugger? Can you be a protector if you're a vegan?
But whatever, he went vegan. That was his route. He chose vegan. Next up, we have Calvin. If you've seen the size of his quads in the past few episodes, you can tell that he does eat a lot of meat, and he also lifts a ton of weights. So he might just
He's another one.
just off himself.
He's
on
another
this
one I don't know what he
question.
could do. He's not going to be able to handle this question. Let's see what Calvin's going to say.
For the rest of your life, you could be a vegan and still lift weights and do strength, or would you rather eat whatever you want, meat, whatever the hell you feel like eating, but can only do cardio the rest of your life? You could never do a single strength exercise, not a single push-up or a pull-up or deadlift or bench press.
Just cardio.
Vegan and strength, or eat whatever you want and cardio? What would you rather?
The frick did you come up with that question?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh my gosh.
He might just kill himself. He might just kill himself rather than have to make this decision. He'll choose death over this would you rather question.
That honestly would be the preferred answer, but I know I got to give you an answer. So, I tried veganism I tried to do it for a week. I lasted 4 days. Absolutely hated it. This goes against everything that I stand for, but no, I would probably stick with a normal, holistic approach to my diet. Eat meat, fruits, vegetables, the whole bit, and just do cardiovascular.
Holy
That hurts.
This just shows the low level on the totem pole that vegans are. That this freak show who does 315 pounds for cardio will give up the strength training just for a vegan. That's how bad it is. Vegan, it's not looking too good for you folks out there. Holy they're going to be hunting you down. The vegans are going to cancel you on the freaking internet.
I mean, they can try, but they won't be able to.
And that is it. The final score is 3 for the non-vegan people and 1 for the vegan and weights. And I'm not surprised that Calvin chose the meat and cardio because he wants to eat the meat, but I'm also pretty surprised that he gave up the weights.
He could never lift weights again. That's 3-1. What was the score the first time?
That just shows the priorities.
We did 8 people for the first time in this, right?
I think we did 10 or 8 to 10.
Do you remember the score?
No.
The first time we did this, we did 10 people on that video, and 7 took the meat.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 took the meat eater over the vegan. So 7 to 3, that's 70%. This time it's 75%. So that just shows you vegan is one of the lowest forms of like scum on this planet. I mean, skip. So that's 4-1 or 3-1 on that. After 7 to 3, the last time, it just shows the meat eaters. We have to go our choices again. We've done it before. We could do them again real quick. It's obvious. I'm going with the meat and the cardio. I'll get conditioned doing cardio.
Last time I said meat and cardio, but what will my answer be this time?
Meat and cardio is no point in answering it. You're not going vegan. You're not eating little cubes of tofu. I know it because
that's fair.
That's fair. You eat way too much. You would not be able to handle not
eating.
Eat
way too much. I have to eat meat.
Not even just meat. You eat everything.
I don't eat everything.
Anyway, the vegans are the losers of the planet. Damn it. We keep digging ourselves in a hole. We're going to have PETA up in this mother. Or PETA have anything to do with now? No, shit. That's not even.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Would You Rather series. This is episode 16.
So put your comment down below. What are you choosing? The evil demon vegans or the normal human meat eaters? What's your choice? Put the comment down below. And also I have this question for you. If you, in fact, are one of those evil vegans,
vegans,
do you have blue hair? Or purple? One or the other, probably 50-50. But put it in the comments below. What color is your hair if you're vegan? So that's 4-1 or 3-1 on that. After 7 to 3, the last time, it just shows the meat eaters. We have to go our choices again. We've done it before. We could do them again real quick. It's obvious. I'm going with the meat and the cardio. I'll get conditioned doing cardio.
Last time I said meat and cardio, but what will my answer be this time?
Meat and cardio is no point in answering it. You're not going vegan. You're not eating little cubes of tofu. I know it because
that's fair.
That's fair. You eat way too much. You would not be able to handle not
eating.
Eat
way too much. I have to eat meat.
Not even just meat. You eat everything.
I don't eat everything.
Anyway, the vegans are the losers of the planet. Damn it. Keep digging ourselves in a hole. We're going to have PETA up in this mother.